Once upon a time, in the ancient land of Egypt, there lived a man named Amram and his wife Jochebed. They were descendants of the great patriarch Abraham and belonged to the tribe of Levi. Amram and Jochebed were blessed with 3 children, 2 sons named Aaron and Moses, and a daughter named Miriam. As the years passed, the Pharaoh of Egypt became fearful of the growing number of Israelites in his land. In an attempt to suppress their population, he ordered that all Hebrew baby boys be killed at birth. Jochebed, however, was determined to save her youngest son Moses. She placed him in a basket and set him adrift on the Nile River, where he was discovered by Pharaoh's daughter, who took him as her own. Meanwhile, Aaron grew up to be a strong and righteous man. He had a deep faith in God and believed in the liberation of his people from the bondage of slavery in Egypt. When Moses returned to Egypt after spending years in exile, God chose Aaron to be his brother's spokesperson and helper. Together, they would confront Pharaoh and demand the release of the Israelites. Aaron played a crucial role in the liberation of the Hebrew people. He accompanied Moses as they confronted Pharaoh, performing various miracles to prove the power of God. When Pharaoh refused to let the Israelites go, Aaron witnessed as God sent 10 devastating plagues upon Egypt, including turning the Nile River into blood, sending swarms of locusts, and causing darkness to cover the land. Finally, after enduring immense suffering, Pharaoh relented and allowed the Israelites to leave Egypt. Aaron and Moses led their people out of slavery and towards the promised land. However, their journey was far from easy. The Israelites faced numerous challenges and hardships in the wilderness, testing their faith and resolve. During this time, Aaron was chosen by God to become the high priest of the Israelites. He was responsible for leading religious ceremonies, offering sacrifices, and interceding on behalf of the people. Aaron's role as the high priest was of great significance, as he served as a mediator between God and the Israelites. However, despite his position of authority, Aaron faced moments of weakness and doubt. One such instance occurred when the Israelites grew impatient during Moses' absence on Mount Sinai and demanded a god to worship. Aaron succumbed to their demands and fashioned a golden calf for them to worship. This act angered God, and Aaron had to face the consequences of his actions. Nevertheless, Aaron remained a faithful servant of God and continued to fulfill his duties as the high priest. Alongside Moses, he guided the Israelites through their wanderings in the wilderness for 40 years. He witnessed firsthand the miracles performed by God, such as the parting of the Red Sea and the provision of manna from heaven. Eventually, Aaron's journey came to an end when the Israelites reached the borders of the Promised Land. At Mount Hor, God instructed Moses to bring Aaron and his son Eleazar to the mountaintop. There, in the sight of all the people, Moses removed Aaron's sacred garments and placed them on Eleazar, anointing him as the new high priest. Aaron peacefully passed away on that mountain, and the entire nation mourned his loss for 30 days. Aaron's legacy lived on through his descendants, who continued to serve as high priests for generations to come. He was remembered as a faithful servant of God, a leader of his people, and a pivotal figure in the liberation of the Israelites. His story serves as an inspiration for generations, reminding us of the power of faith, redemption, and the importance of standing up for justice.